Good afternoon, Mr. Turnoy, Mr. Kim, and fellow students. My name is Gina Choi, the last presenter of my group, and today I'm going to talk about Spanish cuisine. There are three main sections that divide this topic. First, the climate of Spain. Second, the daily food of Spain. And last, the traditional food of Spain. This information is all based on Google and the tour guidebook that I used throughout my journey in Europe. Because there is only limited amount of time, please hold all your questions till later. Thank you. Let's start with our first point, the climatic conditions of Spain. As the third biggest country in Europe, Spain has a variety of weather conditions. Generally, the lower part is relatively hot and dry compared to the upper regions. So, the Spanish tend to enjoy foods with very strong taste, influenced by the hot and dry weather. While climate and eating habits are more or less uniform throughout Spain, Spanish cuisine is sharply divided by regions. I think that covers everything on climate section, so I'll begin by looking at the second section, which is the daily cuisine of Spain. One of the daily food they eat is bocadillo. It is made of Spanish bread, which looks like baguette, but a little bit shorter, like this much, and then you cut this in half and put the local food inside it. Basically, you can put anything you want, but putting Spanish ham called jamon is usual. Jamon is a dried, uncooked ham similar to beef jerky that you can see easily in the market. But the big difference is that jamon is a little bit more saltier and thinner than the beef jerky. One of the daily drinks is tinto de verano, which means red wine of summer. It is often served during the summertime and normally made up of one part of red wine and one part of Fanta or cider. It is easy to make, and that's why tinto de verano is common. That's all I want to say about the daily food, and now let's move on to my last point, which is the traditional food of Spain. For the traditional food, paella is most famous and well-known cuisine, which is originated from the Valencia. You can split this into main types, which is Valencian paella, seafood paella, and mixed paella. Valencian paella consists of rice, green vegetables, land animals like rabbits, snakes, ducks, and seasonings. And seafood paella is basically the same as Valencian paella, but it replaces the land animals with seafood, and it omits green vegetables and beans. Mixed paella is a freestyle combination of land animals, seafood, and vegetables. For the drinks, sangria is the most traditional drink. Sangria is a typical wine punch of Spain, which normally consists of wine, chopped fruits, a sweetener, and some small amount of brandy. Chopped fruits can be anything like strawberries, mangoes, apples, pineapples, and etc. And for a sweetener, you can add sugar, syrup, or orange juice. So the taste could be varied depending on how much you put things in the wine. So that's all I have to say, and I'll summarize our group presentation briefly. The topic of our group presentation was about the European cuisine. And we talked about cuisine of each countries, which are France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. And we divided into three main sections, which are climate, daily food, and traditional foods of each country. Thank you for listening, and I hope that this has been useful. Do you have any questions? Okay, that's the end of my presentation.